Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Eve Echoes. Thank you all for your kind words and thoughts. I'm feeling a bit better. Lots of pills have been involved in this process. So, thank you very much. Today we're going to talk about why it is important to have a healthy community and why it is imperative for us as players to help keep our game safe from people displaying a toxic behavior. Before we get in with our pep talk, please throw in a like and a subscribe if you like what we're doing here, and if you wish to support me and help me keep this channel alive, you can donate something as small as $2 via the YouTube channel membership, link in the description. So, what is toxic behavior? It's all pretty much pointed out in the game's terms of service. It stands for, and is not limited to, personal attacks, harassment of any form, real money trading, etc. Why am I trying to prove a point here? Well, let's say while I was sick and unable to record, I was doing what anyone would probably do. Play the game while eating hot chicken soup and taking a bunch of pills. Since I enjoy PvP a lot and I had just finished my Tech Level 8 solo story mission, be sure to check that guide out, I got my hands on a Vexa Navy issue. How better to test it? PvP for the win. So I was roaming around in a pretty okayish fitting. I'll probably show you guys the fitting that I have for it, and we'll probably do a video on it too. I was trying to find someone to play with. Even though I am a pirate right now, I consider warp disruptors to be a waste of a slot. Bear that in mind because it's going to be useful in just a couple of minutes. So, I was basically just warping from anomaly to anomaly, trying to find somebody in order to, I don't know, test my fit. At this point, I was probably like, what if I get in touch with someone that is just gonna blow the hell out of me? Well, I would be perfectly fine with that. I knew what I was doing, and I knew what I had signed up for when I started this small yet little interesting roam. So here we are. We've just arrived in this medium anomaly, and there's a player inside a Nemesis. Nemesis is a stealth bomber from the Galente Federation. So I took some time and tried to figure out what this guy will do, because people usually warp out. So I waited a bit, and then I locked him, and then I deployed the drones, and from here on out, nothing actually happened at all. There was absolutely no response. It's pretty visible that my opponent was boosting, so the active tank was there, yet there was no evasive maneuver. There was no indication of him even wanting to warp out. So I'm not entirely sure what happened here. So I was, okay, maybe he didn't saw me? It's pretty obvious if someone starts shooting you, you definitely start seeing a lot of damage, and your initial thought is to warp the fuck out. Now, I had no warp disruptors, so let's give a 1-2 pointers about the anatomy of this fight and what exactly happened and when. Bottom line, it took 1 minute for me to blow up that Nemesis. I waited 15 seconds before engaging, mostly because people warp away, so it would have been just a waste of time to deploy drones and start my modules and waste my capacitor, whatever. I then proceeded to targeting the enemy and drone deployment. And then, after making sure that, okay, this guy is staying, so it's pretty fine to just blob him, I engaged in combat, which lasted for about 30 seconds, given the time it took for the drones to actually get to my target and start applying damage. All this time, no warp disruptor. My opponent was visibly boosting again. Why there has been absolutely no warp out? He took absolutely no action. Is someone to blame here for him losing his ship? Probably, but it's definitely not me. So before you go, why attack him in the first place? Well, being a pirate is a profession in this game, just like all the other ones. There's this guy I really enjoy reading his blog, the link is in the description. He's a different kind of content creator and I love the way he writes his articles. Be sure to check it out. And yes, it's about being a pirate in New Eden in Eve Echoes. So what happened next? Well, this happened. And this is a very good example of toxic behavior. Okay, so being angry is justifiable. A simple go fuck yourself would have been okay in my books. Even though being outside of high security area where PvP is banned actually implies you know what you're doing and have taken the risk of being blown up in the first place. What this person did or say is completely unjustifiable without question. This, my dear folks, is a line I will never cross and a behavior I will never condone. Personal attacks are lower than the lowest point imaginable. CCP and netties have an absolute zero tolerance policy towards this, and we should too. Be a better human being. Behaving in a toxic way proves nothing to no one. So what if I'm a pirate? It's part of the game. PvP is part of the game. Toxic behavior, personal attacks and harassment of any form is not part of the game. I encourage you all to report such behavior and try to maintain common decency. No one should ever feel bullied or threatened or harassed while playing something that they enjoy. If we allow these individuals to continue, others may follow in their footsteps just because it's okay. It is not okay, and we have the power to draw the line. Be the pencil, be the stick if necessary, and help keep our community safe and healthy from this kind of extremism and toxic behavior. The simplest way to do it, report the player in-game and block him. You have no reason to read or listen to the crap he is spewing out. Talk to your community managers in the Eve Echoes official Discord and expose the people who engage in these acts. Help them never see the light of our server ever again. For it is our right to play the game as clean and free of all this crap. Thank you guys for watching. A very big shout out to my channel supporters. See you guys next time. Cheers.